The maid accidentally saw a condom fall from the woman's pocket, but the CEO was in a vegetative state. He had no use for such a thing. At that moment the maid suddenly realized the woman was cheating. While she was still puzzled, the woman brought a doctor to check on the CEO, but the maid noticed something even stranger. The so-called doctor didn't even know how to use a stethoscope. After a rushed examination, he claimed the CEO's condition was stable. The maid was suspicious, but the woman quickly sent her out of the room. What she didn't know was, as soon as the maid left, the doctor revealed his true identity, then pulled the woman into his arms. The two even started getting intimate right in front of the unconscious CEO. But suddenly, the woman noticed the CEO's fingers twitch slightly. She thought he might be waking up. The doctor didn't believe it, so he decided to test him. He poured a cup of hot water onto the CEO's hand. When the CEO showed no reaction, they both relaxed and began chatting without worry. Meanwhile, the maid was growing more and more uneasy. She realized the doctor hadn't known how to use a stethoscope at all. She rushed back to inform the woman, only to find her and the doctor entangled together. It turned out the woman had paid her a high salary, not to care for the CEO, but to make sure he never woke up. Just an hour earlier, among many caregiver candidates, the woman had chosen the most inexperienced maid to care for the CEO. The maid initially comforted the woman, saying she believed the CEO would recover, but the woman coldly said she hoped the CEO would never wake up, claiming he used to beat her. The maid felt sympathetic and promised to take good care of him, but once the woman left, she easily wiped away the scar on her hand. The maid, still wanting to help, began mistreating the CEO. Later she noticed red rashes all over his body. When the woman came home, the maid informed her, but the woman showed no concern. She even forbade the maid from giving him medicine. The maid was confused. She remembered the woman used to love the CEO deeply, but didn't realize that once the maid left, the woman would mock the unconscious man. Just then, she received a call from the fake doctor. He had arrived at her door. She eagerly went out to greet him, telling the maid to care for the CEO, then brought her first love, who was pretending to be a doctor, into the house. He pretended to examine the CEO again. Afterward, the woman sent the maid away, so she and the doctor could spend time alone. While they were getting intimate, the woman noticed the CEO's eyes move slightly. She thought he might be waking up again, but the doctor still didn't believe it, so he poured hot water on the CEO's hand. Seeing no reaction, they let down their guard and resumed talking. Unaware, the maid was now fully suspicious. She realized the doctor might be fake and went to warn the woman, only to accidentally uncover their secret. Now the maid understood. The woman and the fake doctor were conspiring to harm the CEO. Frightened, she turned and ran, but the sound she made drew their attention. The woman came out and saw something on the floor. She immediately realized the maid had been eavesdropping. The doctor sneered, saying the maid couldn't possibly threaten them, and that he would find a chance to test her. Then the two went out for a date. Once they were gone, the maid rushed back into the CEO's room. To her shock, the CEO had opened his eyes. He tried to speak, but no sound came out. The maid decided to find another doctor immediately, but at that moment, the woman realized she had left her phone at home. She rushed back in a panic. The maid was terrified of being caught and urged the new doctor to check the CEO quickly, but